welcome to Rave and Review, where we rave about and review any and all things pop culture or anything that interests us. I'm your girl Bre, and you can follow me at BreNavet26 on Instagram and Twitter.
And I'm Kaya, and you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at kaya.r.pennington.
And you can follow Rave and Review on Instagram and Twitter at rave_in_review. Before we get into it, please be sure to follow, subscribe, like, comment, and most importantly,
share. That helps us out a lot.
I need you to share, my guy. I need you to share. Just be kind. You know, it's nice to be nice. You know what I'm saying?
It really
Anyways,
is.
Let's get to our first segment called Unpopular Opinions, where we rave about our unpopular and sometimes even a bit controversial opinions. Today we're talking about our dislike for a very popular black character. One that many seem to love, especially many black Christians. This character is one that many have probably grown up with, especially in the black community, and she and her writer have probably been the reason a lot of black writers want to write. Kaya, how do you feel about this character and the plays in general? We ain't saying names this time, y'all.
We're not saying names, because honestly, you guys should know who we're talking about.
Y'all know who we're talking about.
One, we don't want to get attacked for it, and two, I'm trying to make a career, and I don't need to be blackballed because of my opinion. So, keeping names out of it. So I want to start by saying that this is not an attack on something that is deeply loved in the black community. You know, as I know, we've been coming for the black community and our faults a lot lately.
Y'all don't think we anti-black at this point.
But we're not. I promise you we're not.
Sick of us, but we ain't done.
We are the appropriate kind of woke. We can acknowledge our own faults and we want to push forward from it. So that's what we are. So this is just my possibly unpopular opinion about something that I used to look at very differently as a kid. With that said, as a kid, I did used to love these plays and the films, but as I've gotten older, I've realized how bad and redundant the films are. Like, each movie has content from the play that it's based off of, but also from other movies that the play isn't based off of. It's just like, it's a combination. Each movie is like a combination of different plays. And don't get me started on the TV shows. Wowzers, do not get me started on them TV shows.
Can I say something that's gonna get me like, that you're gonna be like, Freeway? I like a lot.
I mean, I like one of them too. I like the, TBS version of one of them and not the BET version of one of them. That's all I'm going to say. You guys can go in deeper if you would like. There is something in my eye, so let me get that out. Anyway, so don't get me started on the TV shows. The acting is horrible, yes, but also it's like you kind of have to look at the content that they're getting. Like, you can only blame the actor so long before you're like, okay, what kind of content are they being given to work off of? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, and this is why a lot of people really strongly support this person's work, not even because it's good, but because they're a black person and it's a black person thriving, which is great, it's fine, but like, thrive off quality content. Anyway, they'll say that not to be shady, but you know, they'll say, well, these plays and productions give work to so many black actors and creators. So does that mean we can't care about quality over quantity? Like, since when is it okay to work your actor so hard so that the final production can be done in 5 days? There's no way that your production that was for production. Like, there's no way your production.
We gonna have to talk about this after we get off here. I hate to interrupt you, but we really once the camera stop rolling, we gotta talk about this for real.
But for real though, it's like, it was either 5 or 10 days. I really think it was 5 days, and it's just like, there's no way you could have quality like that in 5. And then the amount, I'm sure, I'm not well versed in all the I can't even think of the name. I'm not well versed in all the like unions that, you know, actors have, but like, I'm sure some union laws were broken, because ain't no way that's okay. And then, since when is it okay not to have a writer's room? Like, what happened to giving black people jobs? Like,
Girl,
where are the jobs? You have no writer's room.
Let's get into how that writer's room they need. They need it real bad.
Really bad. Like, that's not giving Black creators and writers opportunities if you're not allowing them, or if you fired the ones that you had. Like, it's not okay. Now, I can only watch the same production in a different font and so many times before I get tired. And sure, there are times where I'll go back and watch some of them in a nostalgic haze, especially Miss Shimmy. Like, I can't think of her name, and I probably don't even want to say her name, but I needed to, Miss Shimmy, I like her. I like that. And so, like, there are times where I'll go back and watch stuff like in a nostalgic haze, but even then it's like I can't help but see and point out that it's the stupidity and horribleness of them. And then there's either the light-skinned savior or the light-skinned superiority, both of which suck. There's the dark-skinned villain, which sucks. And then a lot of women characters are gaslit into staying in horrible situations. In one case, the girl was SA'd by her uncle, forced to have the baby, and then grow up alongside it as a sibling. And then they want to paint her as like the villain who just needs to get over her trauma, which, yes, heal from your trauma. But at the same time, she has every right to be the villain. Because let's think about this. Let's unpack this.
Let's unpack it.
She got SA'd by her uncle. So was anything done to keep him away from her or other children in the family, or did he just get off scot-free? Nope. She was forced to have the baby. Did y'all even give her an option? I think the character was 12. So did y'all even give her the option, or did you just like, oh, you was fast, and so now you gotta have that baby? And then even after having it, she had to watch it grow up with her like a sibling. That's top tier villain arc story. Like that's villain origin story right there.
Do you know what her character would have done in the anime?
That is villain origin stuff.
It would be doomsday for everyone.
Like that's horrific, and everyone involved in that family should be investigated. Or the two characters need to stay together and work out their marriage stuff, which we are not a relationship podcast. We say that often, but I will say this: marriage, I'm sure it's tough, and yeah, you want to work out stuff to see if you can stay together. But if you've already tried to work that out and then y'all just are not compatible people, well, stay. It just seemed like a lot of these productions glamorize struggle love, which, as you know, that's probably another trope that needs to die, that we need to talk about in the future. But like, I do not agree with struggle love. And then, especially since that's such a thing in the Black community, it's like, release my people, free my people from struggle love. Anyway, the material itself is no longer funny, and it's just reused. And then it seems a bit hypocritical. Like, these Christians that stand this work oftentimes seem to be intolerant of the LGBTQ plus and drag people who do drag, but don't see that this is drag. And of course, you can't help people's reactions and perceptions. But like, how you market it is debatable. I'm just over it as an adult. Like, I'm just over it. And I could go on and on about the problems, but I'll say this to end it. If my work as a writer is ever compared to this, oh, you're gonna be the next so-and-so. I have failed as a writer. I truly feel like a lot of this work is detrimental to the Black community, and it just needs to be through. But that's just me, though. How about you?
Well, as a kid, for me, I found movies and television series very funny, entertaining, but as I grew older, and when I mean older, like, I didn't even have to become an adult. I was in high school and I was immediately over it. I felt like the characters that were being written weren't archetypes. Everybody, you know what archetypes is, the writer, archetypes are like the superhero or the savior. They're not archetypes. These are stereotypes. That's what we're seeing. There's a difference, and a lot of people don't know that difference. But they aren't writing archetypes. They're writing stereotypes, and that's what makes it unenjoyable. Nobody wants to watch something. It's like watching characters. I can't see you guys. ride. Anyways, it's really hard to watch, especially as like the more they push out the content, the more it just gets bad and not funny. Like, it's just not funny anymore. Some of this stuff is okay, but at some point you're gonna be like, when are you going to, how do I say this, gain some maturity as a writer? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when as a writer are you going to change your work just a little bit? Like, Jordan Peele went from writing comedy skits to writing nope. And not saying that comedy skits aren't like good, like writing, it's like, you know, it does take skill to write those, but that's growth as a writer. If you can switch genres and stuff like that, or switch, like, they only got two tricks.
And I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just feel like some people are gonna come at us with this argument where they have awards. What do y'all have? Let me tell y'all something. They have awards given to them by white people who like see these stereotypes and are just like laughing. I don't know what point you're trying to make. Like you said, it's stereotypes, and it's great to be, you know, acknowledged for your work. I would love to get an Oscar or, you know, a Tony or Grammy, whatever. But like, also, what am I getting that for? Am I getting that for pushing harmful stereotypes, or am I getting that for something that I am genuinely proud of and shows an actual representation? Not to interrupt you, keep going.
To add on to that, as far as winning awards goes, a lot of people deserve their awards. However, all I have to say to that is Macklemore once won rapper best rap album over Kendrick Lamar.
Think about that.
Let's think about that. Anyways, let's move on. I was just able to tell who was writing, who wrote it before it even showed the credits. Like, one time I was in my brother's room, we was watching TV, chilling, you know what I'm saying, eating snackies and whatnot. And as a trailer popped on the screen for a television show, I said, Brendan, I bet you blank wrote this. He was just like, let's see. And then we busted out the laughing when we saw because we already knew. We already knew who wrote it because it was just that bad. You know it's gonna be bad when you see it. If you see a woman getting abused, misunderstood, they either are going to be abused and misunderstood, and you see some random light-skinned dude with a bad wig come in and start mowing the person's lawn and stuff like that, like, yes, my dark skin, Nubian queen, chocolate goddess, I'll save you.
And that's just like, ain't that how people describe us, like all the Nubian chocolate? No, we don't talk like that. Be for real.
Yeah, I'm just like, girl, please. And it just never fails. They always gonna paint a bad picture for the darker skinned folks. No matter if it's a man or a woman, at least they ain't, you know, they ain't sexist, because you give it to both sides, you're gonna get it. You also know for a fact that there is no one else in the room while writing. They're so critiqued. You know that for a fact. That's a fact when you see the same exact things over and over and over and over again. That's how you know. I've been in a writer's room before, and if something's bad, they just be like, yeah, Bre, that's kind of good, but no.
Here's where you can do better.
Yeah, this is where you could do better. Like, they'll straight up tell you, like, Bre, that's good, but I think this idea is better than yours. That's how, like, they... Okay. Anyways, for a long time, it's been about who you are in the music. That's who. In the movie industry. I don't know what I wrote here. But I really wish that we can move away from that culture, because sometimes the folks, at this point, to me, the folks who are writing aren't doing the best job. Like, for me, it's been a while since I've seen anything that's worth going to theaters and sitting down and watching. I've said this before, I'll say it again. We need diversity, and not just skin color diversity, but writing diversity. We need good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, I don't love Quentin Tarantino. Let me get very clear. Less Quentin Tarantinos and more like new folks. Let's push in a new era of writers. That's what we need, because we need to get all the little geriatrics out of there, because they is holding us back. I'm being honest. That's just the truth. I know for a fact that the folks who is, you know, given the pass and the green light on these television shows and movies are really really old, and that's a fact. That's not an assumption. I know it. In order for you to get your movie in the green light, you have to impress somebody that's either really old or their boss is really old. Like, it's just not fun anymore. The movie industry is not fun anymore. It's all about trends and stuff, and who you know and who gonna like it and who don't like you. Like, please. That's what I think. I don't know how I went off on a really weird tangent, but I have a bone to pick with the movie industry, Kaya.
It all makes sense. So with that, let's get into our next topic, tropes that we wish would die. Where we rave and rant about tropes in media that we wish would just go away. Today, we're talking about the insta-love trope, where two main characters seemingly fall in love instantly. Bre, how do you feel about this trope? Do you think it should die?
Y'all won't come to me, because a couple weeks ago, in this very segment, this is what I wanted. But you know what? I'm a Gemini, and I don't know what I want. So, therefore, I don't like it. But let me.
I like it.
Let me explain why I no longer care for it. Okay, because let me stick with me. So, I'm reading my notes, y'all. Just almost done. After reading a book or two called Spanish Love Deception, I learned that I am not a fan of insta-love anymore. I think I'd like to be good old-fashioned slow burn. That's what I think I'm into now. There's nothing wrong with it. I just think that the insta-love trope ain't good if they just immediately like, oh, I'm in love, and they're just attached with each other, and they break up, and they get married, or some stupid stuff like that. I'm sorry. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe is there something wrong with me? I know I just kind of put down the struggle love thing before, but like,
is this show struggle love? In your description, you describe struggle love anyway.
Need some trials and tribulations. I know this is bad, but make it toxic. Stick with me now. Stick with me. I need make it toxic as possible.
I'm already gone.
I need the most toxic. I'm reading it, okay? I'm not living through it. I'm not living my character through them. I was like, if I'm going to read it, I'm going to need some little bit of toxicity in there, okay? Have a lady on the side, guy on the side, make it polyamorous. Do whatever you want. Let's have fun. It's fiction. Write what you want to write. It ain't got to be all cutesy and stuff. Make it toxic. I want drama. I want like I'm watching Love and Hip Hop or Real Housewives or something like that. I need all the bad stuff, okay? This is what I need. Like, I'm not talking about love triangle from Hunger Games. I'm talking love triangle I'm talking about Peter Gunn's love triangle, all right? If y'all know, reality TV series, that's what I'm talking about. That's the love triangle I want. That was cute. God, I'm gonna have to make you watch
I don't subscribe to reality TV.
You gonna subscribe. But what I'm trying to say, like in a really toxic roundabout way, is that if they fall in love immediately, give us drama with that. Don't just give us, they're in love and that's it. They built a family together. They may break up once or something like that, or maybe they have a disagreement or two. That's not what I want. That's not what I like. I want them to slowly find out that they're in love. That they be friends with each other at first and gain the ropes or something like that, or something cute but toxic. There's a middle ground, okay? Don't look at me like that.
Judgment free zone.
Huh?
Judgment free zone.
Nah. I know what judgment look like in your eyes. I know you follow. You're judging me. She's judging me. But I'm just saying, be creative, have fun. Don't give up something that's been done before. Like, okay, so you know what I'm saying? Like insta love, right? Like, let's say you can do insta love, but make it cute, make it fun, make it something that we haven't seen before. Like, I once read a book. It was a Wattpad book. I'm gonna tell you that right now, but it was one of the better ones. It wasn't toxic. It wasn't. It was good. Basically, the girl's family had like this trait where they would see a vision of the person they fell in love with before they met them, and so basically it's like insta love. They fell in love with them instantly because that's the love of their life, but they had to find out who they is, stuff like that. But that's cute, right? Like, hey, You're right. Be creative. Be creative. Give me Insta love, but be creative. So I don't think that the trope needs to die. However, I do think y'all need to stir the pot a little bit. Let's stir the pot, okay?
Stir the pot.
Let's stir the pot, all right? And don't get too crazy, okay? Don't do what the person who was talking about it first did. They take it too far. But Kaya, what you think?
I just want to say, obviously, you guys see that she is, found the error of her ways. But y'all remember back in episode 3 or 4 when she was judging me for my vampire love? Yeah, okay. Now she over here promoting struggle, love, and toxicity? Yeah, okay.
I'm voting that. I'm just saying, give the girls don't play around with it. Don't play around with it. You know what we want. Get into it.
Look, when I tell you I hate this trope, so freaking much, I hate it. It just does not logically make sense to me. And it's like, Kaya, it's fiction. You don't have to think about it with logic. There's fiction that I can get away with, like fantasy, and then it's a basic love story in real world. Like there's no fantasy. It's just fiction. And that kind of fiction, there should be some realism. Realistically, you don't meet a person first time and then like, that's my love. That's the love of my life. Like, this person could be a psychopath, a murderous, deranged serial killer. You know virtually nothing about them. What you fell in love with was their looks. This is lust. This is not love. Give me a slow burn, an enemies to lovers, a rivals to lovers, hell, even a friend to lovers, which I don't really like that. Over Insta love.
Sorry.
We'll talk about friends to lovers.
That's my favorite.
We'll talk about that in another.
That's my favorite.
We'll talk about that in another trope. But like, give me all of that over Insta love. Like, Insta love legit makes me sick. Ain't no way that kind of stuff lasts. Like, you're not in love. You're in lust. Now, I want to build off of what you said. You said like make it dramatic. And so I guess it does need to die to me, but to an extent. Like, if you lean more into the fated mates kind of thing, which is fantasy, then I think you can get away with that kind of stuff, because
you just can give us
a
notebook.
Right, like, because in fated mates, it's still a slow burn, but you know that they're gonna, and it's insta love. They're gonna get together, but it's just, I guess it's not insta love, but but like, as an insta love, you meet this person through awkward, quirky exchanges, and then all of a sudden it's like, I love you. You don't know me, like. Be for real. Be so for real.
Be for real.
Kill this trope.
We're changing the name for this to be for real. Get ready.
Like,
the graphic, the logo, all of it. Be for real.
Just be for real. Like, kill this trope. At least to lean more into the fated mates kind of insta love. Lean more and if you're gonna do insta love, lean more into the slow burn. And I guess that wouldn't even make it an insta love, but like, I just don't see a way that insta love works. And it's like, I don't see it. That's just me.
And I respect your opinion, because you're kind of right. Anyways, real quick, let's send it over to our promoters. Deuces,
so they can tell you where to find us.
I don't know what them folks is, but they sure doing their thing.
They do, don't they?
I know, right? They're cute too.
Very. But let's send it over to them. Like what you're hearing?
Follow us for more.
We're on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, and YouTube.
And don't forget to share, like, and comment.
Woo!
Woo! You know you love us.
Promoters, y'all show lit.
Do your thing. Okay.
Do your thing, as you should. As you always should. Okay, let's get into our review segment. Today we're talking about Ace of Seduction by Brittany Chanel. In a world where gods and demigods from all mythologies rule the human realm, Jackie sells her soul to Hades for some hit of his divinity so that she can go to demigod city to look for her missing sister Quinn, who was the sole divinity by Zeus. That's crazy. Hades agrees and has his offspring Ace, which watch over Jackie to make sure she didn't take too much of his power. But Hades also wants Ace to travel to Demigod City to meet up with some of Ace's old friends so that they can gain access to Olympia. So Ace can start a war between the gods of Hades on behalf. Kaya, what are your thoughts on this book?
Okay, so I really wanted to like this book. I did. I recommended it to you.
She's still my book plug, y'all. She sent me like 3, 4, 5 books that I told her I ain't like sending to the steps on the show. And this hit. I like this.
I really wanted to like it. The cover is interesting. Jackie is black and Ace is Asian, so like PLC love. Not afraid to say that I prefer these kind of books. White man, black woman, Asian man, black woman, Hispanic man, black woman, because they seem to really center in and hone in on black women being loved. And don't get me wrong, I like my black men, white, no I don't. My black men, black women books too, I do, but I also strongly prefer these. The story itself sounds interesting. She has to work with the demigod of seduction, and then there's like a fake dating trope. She now has divinity too, so that's cool. Theoretically, she should be on her grind. But I have never read a book where the black character has made so many character moves before. Like,
honestly, she written by a character, right?
She written by an Asian woman, I thought. But I have never read a book where it's just like wowzers. So she sells her soul without reading or really thinking, leading to her mother's death. I'm sorry guys, there'll be spoilers. I'm gonna try to keep the spoilers to a minimum because I think it's a newish book. So like
oh yeah, it is new. Spoiler alert, y'all. Please, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
New book, never finished it.
So she goes to sell her soul to Hades without really thinking, leading to her mother's death. And I know she's really desperate to find her sister, but how you walk up in that temple and not even know how to properly summon Hades?
Girl.
Do basic research. Come on now.
Common sense was out the window. Go on.
She took that other demigod to a side room, not even a discreet back room, but up front. Proposition him with sex, then backed out, then gets fired because of it. And I know you're probably gonna be like, Kaya, she's trying to find her sister. But like, girl, be for real. Get something solid before exchanging sex for info. He just said, sure, I'll tell you. That is not solid. That is not solid. Be for real.
If desperation was a person.
Because like, be for real. And then when Ace tried to pull out her seat, I know this was probably supposed to come off as, oh, she's quirky-ish and hasn't really had nice things done for her. It makes sense that she doesn't know what he was doing. But like, nah, be for real. Be so for real right now. Like,
be for real.
Be so for real right now. Like, you truly didn't see he was pulling out that chair for you? Please. And I don't really remember the reason that they entered the fake dating. I do. Okay, because like I know it has something to do with their plans to get to Demigod City and then Olympus. Like I know Ace is trying to get to Olympus and she's trying to get to Olympus. Like I know it has something to do with their plans separately.
They were supposed to be like well liked by the people, and they figured that with them being like the new hot couple, you know what I'm saying, on the scene, that people would like them and let them both into, you know, Olympus and whatnot and get around Demigod City and stuff. Like, cause you have to think that Jackie was like a low level demigod. She was a nobody. So it was like he was trying to get her up there so she could ask those kind of questions without being spoiler alert, killed like her sister.
Okay.
That
was a huge spoiler. I wouldn't even go there. That's not. Anyway.
Well, you didn't know that?
No, that was a huge spoiler alert for the viewers.
Baby,
I wouldn't even go there.
Get forward.
Anyway.
She's not actually dead though, y'all. Another spoiler. She's not dead.
I don't
To make
think,
y'all feel
I mean,
better.
I get it, especially with you explaining it. I still don't kind of think it needed to happen, but like,
They didn't need. They could have been like besties, you know, like.
like I don't think the whole fake dating needed to happen. I really don't.
He liked her. That's why.
Then there's Ace, demigod of seduction. Yet I didn't feel seduced. And I didn't see Jackie get seduced. Like, his thing is when you're in his presence, you just start feeling some kind of way. That's his power. That's his thing. But given that Jackie now has divinity and a bit more of Hades' power than she's supposed to, she doesn't feel it that strong. So this is where we're supposed to start relying on his personality and his sexual prowess itself. And we have a moment, and we do see some good qualities in his personality, and we also see that he knows what he's doing sexually.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a moment where they both realize that they like each other and want to date for real. Then there's a breakup when Jackie finds out something about Ace, and then she goes to Hades so that he can take her soul, right? Trying not to spoil, throw that out the window. But like, be for real. There it is.
I'm so used to spoiling. We used to do older stuff, so I'm not used to doing newer stuff. Like, when you comes out, I'm so ready to live.
Oh,
that.
Girl.
I'm so ready for that. So Joe is going on a rampage. He said, forget the Americas, we going to London.
I'm ready for it.
Ooh,
but anyway, let me get back to my, no, you're good. Let me get back to my notes, because I'm reading off my phone now because I had to change my notes. Which that in itself is another character move, because how you just gonna willingly sacrifice yourself just because you're mad at this dude, which he does feel guilty. We do see Ace feel guilty about what he's done. Even before he found out the true details of everything, we saw that he hated, that's why he left Demigod City in the first place, because he didn't want to be that person.
Or did he relapse?
Even still, it's like we see that he feels guilty, and I get it. Again, the road leads to her sister, but also, so we can't have a plan. You gonna get there, then what? Think you gonna immediately see her and save her? Be for real. This is character and main character syndrome. Be for real. Oh, that's
what that was just saying.
Yes.
That was.
I didn't feel like typing it out because I was typing on my phone. Anyway, I don't think the relationship was earned on either side. Like, I don't see much to suggest that they even needed to take it there at all. Like, they could have remained friends. Hell, maybe I just wanted more of a slow burn. As I've said, I am a slow burn kind of girl.
More than a slow burn girl.
Slow burn, enemies to lovers, I'm here for it. But this, it just did not feel earned. It could have leaned into the slow burn for another book, heck, maybe even another book and a half, because this was just not earned to me. And then how you supposed to be the demigod of seduction, but we don't see it with the main love interest? Like, we see him indulging in one nymph. We do see that, so that's where we see his sexual prowess. And then we see him and Jackie in the bathtub later, which isn't even full intimacy. It's half intimacy, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not full intimacy. Trying to get creative here. Don't want to get us banned. Anyway, it's half intimacy. It's not even full intimacy. Like, and then when we finally see full intimacy, it jump skips. Look, with a name like Ace of Seduction, we need to see it. Like, this goes for any book, not just this book. I don't care for a book or any piece of medium that skips over the main two characters' first love interaction. That is something that's supposed to be special. That is what's supposed to be like, really there, because we've been waiting for it. It's a slow burn. We've been building up to this moment, and then we get to the moment and you skip it. That's tacky writing to me. And I'm not saying this author is, a tacky writer, but like when authors and media does this, that is tacky writing to me, and it does a great disservice to the fans. Like, I just, and it's the fact that we had to go to another link, which, by the way, that link didn't even work for me either.
Girl, I thought it was just me. I was like, maybe Kaya could
Nope. The fact that we have to go to another link and read it as an excerpt as opposed to reading it in the book, like
really
I just it shouldn't have been done in like a movie theater either. This is something that's supposed to be really special.
The movie theater thing to me was kind of weird.
Right?
I was like, of all places.
For your first time, this is something you do on other sexapades when you finally, but like
it's not the main characters, but it's the couple. You know
right, that's what I'm
so
saying. The couple's first time. This is when that's special, especially if it's a slow burn and you've been building up to it. It needed to be someplace special. It should have been just the two of them, and we should have read it in its fullness, as opposed to reading it as an excerpt and not even in the book. Like, I can't get with that. So overall, I really, really wanted to like this book, but I just was not feeling it. And it's possible that I'll try to read the next book when it comes out, but I certainly won't be on the edge of my seat waiting for it. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. But what about you?
I respect that. I respect it. That's really fair. Well, here's one thing that you guys need to know about Brianna, is that I am what I like to call myself a serial reader. Okay, like what I mean by that is that if I really, really like a book, I will absolutely, completely disregard every other important thing in my life and read the entire book in a day, a series in a day. I've done it. If you can think of it, Brianna has read it in a day. Know that. Know it. Think of a 500-page. I've done it. Because if I like a book, I like a book, and I will sit here and I will forget college.
That's fair though, because it really grips you.
Who needs to go to work? But I can read the book, right? Right, Kaya. Anyways, with that being said, I did that with this book. Kaya recommended it to me. She sent it to me, and I looked it up, checked it out, read it, and I was hooked. And at the beginning, I thought it was, really random that she upped and decided to sell her soul to Hades of all the gods she could sell her soul to, or try to get some divinity from. Hades.
I will say this: she was in the Hades district, and so that's why she was Hades.
But if she was smart, you go to a god that's a little nicer. Granted, there isn't a such thing as a nice Greek god, but go to one that's more forgiving. It's like if I had to choose which god to go to, you want to go to? I'm not sure if she's a demigod or not. I don't know, but I will go to, what's that girl name? Aphrodite.
I would even go to Persephone over Hades.
Persephone too, but I would go to Aphrodite because she's not nice, but she's pretty.
She vain. No, they say she the reason for the Trojan War.
Make me I want to be just as pretty as Helen. Come on now. I want to start wars. Let's do that. I'm going to Aphrodite. Going to Aphrodite, Miss Ma'am. Give me the sauce. Anyways, I understand she's supposed to be desperate because she almost just was willing to lose it all in a coffee shop with some random low-level demigod. Just girl, let's have some decorum.
Self-respect, decorum.
Let's have some decorum here, ma'am. Please, Ren is due. Why? Why are we doing this? You know Ren is due. She knew it. Her mama knew too. We talk about the mom. The mom was horrible. Can you start on that? I wouldn't have saved her. If Hades would have snatched her into the underworld and let her and suffer, I'd have been like, okay, because she went and drunk up all the rent money and was just like, oh yeah, you can just pay for a couple more shifts. Huh? That's kind of rude, man. Anyways, the part that really got me was the first night she spent with Ace when he was with the nymph. That was good. It kind of set the bar really high though. You know what I'm saying?
I think it set the bar really low.
You think so? Why though? I think why do you think that?
I was not with it, and I've read books like that where that happens, but Miss Girl, go clean up. Ain't no way. Go clean up.
True.
It was not
True.
that good that you just
But
immediately fell asleep. Nope.
But that was when his powers actually worked on her.
No, it didn't, because like she was caught up in the moment, because at this point she already had Hades in
Oh,
her
you're
thing.
right. You're right.
She was just caught up in the moment.
Interesting. Okay, moving on. But I was really hyped up, right? You know, but then after I learned that she had picked up Hades' passive and this passive could no longer work on her, I was just like, blah, blah, blah. So wow. I was low-key like, well, I'm gonna read this again. Like,
see, that's the point where we're supposed to, I don't really mean to keep interrupting you. We really got to keep going. But it's just like, that's the point where we're really supposed to be focusing in on his personality. And he's supposed to still be seducing her, but like with his personality, as well as like, hey, yo, the things I could do to you. But like, we don't get that.
And what's crazy about this writer is she could do it. After I read this book, I checked out the rest of her stuff because, like I said, I'm a serial reader. I read at least, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I read about like 3, 4, 5, 6 books in like 2 days. Yeah. And that's all behind on my schoolwork. I read, and they're all her books. She can do it. She can do it. She's done it. Good. It's like, I think I'm gonna not do it with this book. For this book, I'm just gonna leave them hanging. Like, why? Why would you do this? Why? What? I just want to know. Why would you give us a link?
That was the make or break moment for me. The thing that I was really waiting on, if I was really gonna be interested in the next book to see, like, but it just never came. And I was, pun intended, it just never came.
There was just so much potential for Ace's passive. You know what I'm saying? And just his powers in general. Like, he can heal people with his powers. The potential was there.
It was there.
Like, if you wanted her to have one of Hades' passives, why couldn't it have been something, even something more cooler than just not being able to steal someone else's passive? I understand that they wanted to make it like kind of like hard with the tell that she has Hades' passive, or easier or something like that. But like, Brittany, I'm saying your name, just like Veronica. I like you, Brittany. I like your brain. I like Veronica, right? So I'm gonna address you by your name, Miss Brittany Chanel. Why did you do that? Why? Why would you even? What possession? Like, honestly, it's a good book, but I have issues. I'm getting mad. I also think that it's weird how they just like each other from the beginning. Like, I don't mind like having chemistry from the beginning, but like, why y'all
having
jealous?
chemistry, and then there's just softcore insta love.
Yeah, that's what this is. Like, they were starting to get jealous of each other and stuff like that. And of course, it ended up working out. They had to do the fake dating thing, but like, the fake dating thing died real quick, and I mean fast. It wasn't a withstanding.
I just don't think the relationship was earned.
But I do like the plus size girl representation. I like that. You didn't have to say she ate like a hog. That wasn't nice. But you know what? I appreciate it. You could do better, a little bit better with the representation. We don't all eat like that. We don't. We have manners. We can be normal.
Yeah.
She didn't have to scarf everything down. She didn't have to do that. Mind you, if I was at a buffet, I may have went a little crazy, but she didn't have to. And also, I'm gonna have to agree with you with the part where she just I agree with you with a lot of the stuff you said. The part where she skips that movie theater part. Why would you do that? I don't like that. Like, there's like, what about? We're talking. What part of this book did I like?
Because you seem to like it.
I'm unpacking.
And it's not a bad book.
It's not a bad book. I'm unpacking things. What did I like about it? This may get it a lower rating. I'm not gonna lie. You had a decent rating at first, Brittany, but I'm not gonna get Okay, I'm just a bit. She has a better book though. I think you'll like it. It's really good. I will send it to you. But I'm starting to try to figure out what I like about it. I think it's weird how Jackie was able to connect the dots about her sister, because he literally told her what happened bar for bar, and she was just like, I wonder who this could be about. I do from off the rip. She's like, she went missing a couple weeks ago. My sister went missing. So interesting. What's my sister's middle name? She never sat and thought about that. Like, there's no way. You just met this nigga. I said what I said. You just met this man, and you just trust that he wasn't the one who did this to you.
I'm keeping that in there too. Let's see what that gets us.
So much. Anyways, other than all, I do expect the next book to have Quinn's point of view in it. The reason why I say that is because this author seems to enjoy switching point of view. I like that. I thought that I was the only person who liked writing like that, so I've always considered this writing this point of view. Now I feel better about it. Like, she did it in a good way. I will give you kudos for that, Miss Brittany. You wrote in switching point of views in a really well-rounded way that didn't leave me like, what happened? You know? Because I've read books that did that. They would drop the characters in at a random point in the story, and I'd be like, what is the... Anyways, I would definitely enjoy a prequel about what happened to Quinn and, you know, how she ended up where she at. She's not dead, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said she died. She's not dead. But I want to know how she got there and if they will be able to get her. Anyways, I was going to give it a 7 out of 10, but I realized I don't like it as much as I thought I did, so it's going to be a 6 out of 10.
Oh, okay then. And with that, let's get into our last segment of the day. It's time for What's in the Headlines, where we rave and review celebrity news and gossip. Today, we're talking about Rihanna set the headline halftime show at the 2023 Super Bowl. We're talking about the Try Guys, T-R-Y guys, becoming the Try Guys, T-R-I guys. And we're also talking about Megan Thee Stallion and how people seem to hate on her even when she's doing good things. So let's start with Rihanna set to headline the 2023 Super Bowl halftime show. Bre, what do you think about that?
I am completely overwhelmed. Okay. I am overwhelmed. I'm getting so much good stuff this year, Kaya. The world is healing. Forget that. It's not.
Musically wise, maybe.
Musically wise, yes. Yes, nostalgically, yes. Okay, Beyonce dropped the album. She had acknowledged it in like a month, but hey, she dropped it. Rihanna getting on stage. Maybe she's giving us a makeup tutorial. Who knows? But hey, she getting on the stage, baby. Paramore dropped an album. Well, not an album. Dropped a new song. Girl. The world's healing. We're in 2014 again. Take me back.
Take me back.
I feel like I'm a kid again. I get new Paramore, new Beyonce, new Rihanna. Girl, I'm eating good. I have so much music to listen to. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna afford tickets to Paramore, Beyonce, and Rihanna. Girl, how I'm gonna do it. I don't know how. Girl, we gonna find a way. God's gonna find a way. Okay,
girl.
God. Anyways, I'm really excited to see Rihanna perform. I feel like Jay-Z, with Jay-Z being the person who organizes the performances, a lot of artists are kind of more open to performing at the Super Bowl. This is being organized by a black man. Don't know how that makes it better, but hey, each your own. So, you know, at first, a lot of folks, they wasn't down to do it, but I think Jay-Z took over for it during the pandemic.
He partnered with them. I think.
Well, I think it started with the Weeknd performance, right? So that's when it started. And, you know, I think they're just a lot more open to, you know, be chosen by someone who is of their skin complexion. I don't know. Honestly, I know the difference between Jay-Z choosing to just perform at Super Bowl with some other white man, but that's just me. Love you, Beyonce, but hey, that's sorry, guys. Sorry. But hey, we get to see more people that look like me at the Super Bowl, and I appreciate it. I thought after last year, you know, when they had Snoop Dogg crip walking, up there that they was
we
gonna
were
be
not gonna come back.
I did not think they would. I thought we were gonna get some Luke Bryan, some Carrie Underwood, something. But I suppose Eminem was enough. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just happy that I get to see her perform again. I get to hear her sing. Like, thank you, Rihanna, for blessing the women, for the girls. Anyways, Kai, what do you think?
I think it's cool that she decided to do this, and I am looking forward to it. That's the only reason I watch the Super Bowl. I clock in at halftime and I clock back out. I will say this.
Some nachos, sit down for 15 minutes and go back to the room.
I will say this. I applaud Rihanna for standing her ground. She almost didn't do it because she didn't agree with the NFL's treatment of Colin Kaepernick back in 2016. I think it's around that started. Because I believe she was set the headline at that time when it all went down, then backed out because of it. And I think she had to be talked into doing it this year, if I'm not mistaken. I think she had to be talked into doing it this year too because of that. So kudos. But I am looking forward to it. I am.
Mm-hmm. Well, moving us on to our next topic. This formerly the Try Guys, has been accused of infidelity. Boy, the wives are getting to it when it comes to the infidelity ones. Y'all ain't playing.
This lets you know, don't ever say that it could never be me when it's regards to cheating, because baby, yes it could.
Yes it could. Okay. Anyways, he's been accused of infidelity. There's a video of him making out with someone who was not his wife, called Alex. He would admit to having a consensual workplace relationship. The Try Guys, which started on BuzzFeed before departing to go into an independent company on YouTube, seemingly were all personality driven, with Former being about his family. The remaining Try Guys will make a statement asking Former as a member of the group. This was a recent statement. Fans of the group have noticed that Former wasn't in recent videos. Anyways, Kaya, what could your thoughts be on this situation?
You know what? This is the kind of feminism I can support. I will get behind this. All the members, instead of standing behind him, were like, yeah, nope, you're gone. Now, whether or not they knew before this blew up and they were just trying to save face before it blew up further and started, getting messy for them, or if they were, genuinely shocked, their quick actions, I can honestly appreciate, especially if this was filmers' whole personality for their skits and stuff, being about family. I love my wife, I love my kids. Only for him to turn around and do this. I will say this is why I don't stand celebrities and why I think it's important for people not to. You get to liking somebody too much and then they turn around to be a douche. And yeah, it's like, he's human and we need to treat him like such and not hold him on a pedestal or to a higher standard. But also, like I said the previous week, I think cheating is not a mistake. Cheating is a choice. You choose to do that. That's a choice. And so I really do stand by the team's quick response. I can get with that. This is modern feminism. What about you?
I just got really lightheaded. Okay. This shook me. And I do mean shook me. I have watching the Try Guys since high school. When they originated on BuzzFeed, Ned made this whole shtick. I love my wife. I love my kids. Da, da, da. Like, when they did challenges, this man made a wedding cake and he would make stuff for his kids and stuff like that. Turns out he's a serial cheater. Ned, what's wrong with you? And it's not even. I read that it's like his actual personality was like he was out here serial cheating.
He was in them streets.
Kaya. Like at first I didn't pay any mind before they made the statement. I was like, oh, this is probably some stupid old thing. But then they make the statement. I'm just like, ooh.
The TRY guys and now the TRI guys.
Girl, and then like my jaw hit the floor and I feel bad for Ariel. That's his wife's name. His wife's name is Ariel. I feel so bad for him and them baby. These are children, by the way. They're babies, Kaya. And I'm just like, why would you do this? Why would you do this to her with your coworkers, Alex? I'm not saying Alex is very pretty herself. I'm just like, why would you do this? That's also reason why they axed him, because he was a superior and he cheated on his wife with someone who was lower than him. So of course it's like some odd power imbalance and stuff like that. And then Alex was engaged. That's the gag. She was engaged too. I'm just like, I'm so sorry for her fiance. Finding out like this, that's crazy.
Cheating is never a mistake. It is always a choice.
And as soon as I found out Kaya, girl, I went and I ran to YouTube and I tried to watch all the clips and videos of them two in the same video. Always juicy. I love me some good old fashioned drama. I love it. Great. I love it.
Well, with that, let's get into our last topic, which is Megan Thee Stallion making tweets calling out her critics who seemingly only notice the bad things she's done, or rather the mess and the beef people put her in. She recently created a website dedicated to the awareness of mental health, and there have been some who, instead of focusing on that, want to continue pointing out the bad things that she's been caught up in and the beef that other people seem to start with her name and her brand. So Bre, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, recently I feel like the baby has been trying really hard to be relevant again. Really hard. First he said he had sexual relations with Megan on the Verge. Now he released a music video with the Megan lookalike, and this is confusing to me because when did he ever have serious beef with Meg? That I don't get it. They never really had they had a public falling out, but they were never like it wasn't that serious to me. I didn't get it, and to me it looks like he's riding off the coattails of drama she's having with Tory Lanez, and is trying to hop on that train to gain some relevancy, because I personally just don't understand why he feels the need to attack her of all people. Like, sir, you are the reason for your own downfall. She had nothing to do with you getting up on that stage and having an anti-LGBTQ plus rant. She had nothing with you shooting and killing a man in Walmart. She did not make you get on a highway and drag somebody across there. She didn't do that. You did. So why is you coming for her? Sir, sometimes you gotta take responsibility for your own actions. What did Megan do to you? She did nothing to you guys. So stop being your friend. If she had a situation with you, that's y'all business. We don't care. We don't care. If y'all did it didn't, who cares? Honestly, who cares?
It is not the public's. No, we don't care.
We don't care. Y'all act like she cheated or something, and if she did, once again, who cares? She ain't married to that man. She can do whatever she wants. Anyways, they just been taking a clip of her out of context and saying, "Oh, stuff with baby," stuff like that. They just, at this point, they're finding anything, especially like with female rappers right now. It's like they're just finding random things and then throwing it out of context. And the Shade Room has a bad habit of doing this and finding out of context clips and then throwing it out there. And people they're just stirring a pot. And I don't like it. From what I've seen, she's a good woman. She's a philanthropist. She won an award for being a philanthropist. I think that's the right word. And I think from what I'm only talking about what's being shown to me. I'm judging what I'm being given, and it looks good. I don't know why all the hate.
Like you, I can only judge from what I've been given. And like I said earlier, I don't think we should stand celebrities, but I don't stand celebrities, but also it does seem like Megan gets a lot of unnecessary hate. And I think it really boils down to racism and misogyny.
She's a pretty girl.
She seems like so down to earth. She went to college, she got her degree, she started this website for mental health, she's a philanthropist. I don't get what is we need to talk about this on I don't know what topic, I don't know, but we need to talk about how I guess we could have talked about that with alpha males, how these dudes, they're so threatened by successful women and the fact that they want to burn out successful women's life. She gets so much criticism that seems very much to be out of pocket, and it's just let women be great. Let this woman be great. Stop hating so much. It does not make sense to me. I don't. She seems so down to earth, and she just seemed like she just be minding her. I do not get it. Let her be great.
She has fun. She twerks. Okay. She drinks. You know what I'm saying? She has her fun. Let her do that. And Lizzo too. Y'all be coming for Lizzo for no reason too. Let's throw that out.
Let women be great. The fact that y'all cannot stand that women are embracing their own sexualities, the fact that y'all cannot stand that y'all can no longer sexualize women because now they're taking that back and we're taking that back and we're sexualizing ourselves in a positive way. Y'all can't handle. Let women be great. Let women be great.
We could get this could be a whole topic if we had more time, you guys. Sorry, but that's what's in the headlines, and that is our show. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. If you like our content, please be sure to like, follow, subscribe, comment, and most importantly, share. Please share.
That helps us out a lot. Commenting helps us out a lot. Engaging helps us out a lot.
We love you. In case somebody told you today, we love you. You're beautiful.
Oh God. See you next time.